So hey, this is Robin Wouters from Tech.eu. I'm here in Cologne for the European Pirate Summit, and I stopped by the offices of Eyeo, and I'm here with, can you briefly introduce yourself and the company actually?
Sure, my name is Till. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Eyeo, the company that runs Adblock Plus, which is a popular ad blocking solution that provides choices to the users what kind of content they want to consume on the internet.
Right. You say it's popular. It's actually one of the most popular, it's the most popular browser plugin ever developed, right?
That's right.
How many installations so far? How many users?
Well, we have seen over 300 million downloads so far. Right now we're averaging at about 2.5 million downloads every week, but we estimate that we have between 50 to 60 million active users.
Right. So that means a lot of people are unhappy with the ads that they're seeing, and that's basically what we're trying to change. How are these conversations with advertising industry and publishers going?
Well, I think the user numbers show a clear message that just cannot be ignored by the industry, that more and more people are just unhappy with how ads are presented on the internet. And I think it's about time to change it, and we need more innovation so that more user-friendly ad formats are evolving. And we see some good responses now from the industry. I think more and more people, they realize that the standard banners and the overlays, they don't provide a lot of value, neither for the user but also not for the advertiser. And this is why I think slowly the industry is becoming a bit more innovative.
Let's hope so. In the meantime, you grow from an open source project, really a hobby, from one developer to a company with about 30 employees now.
Yeah.
That also means that you need to make money. How do you make money, and how is that generally perceived by the users?
Well, we're still open source, and we're still very much relying on the open source community to contribute to our project. But yes, we have very ambitious goals. That's why we need to grow the team. Hopefully we will grow even further than 30 people in the next coming months. And our business model is the middle ground that we're trying to facilitate between users on the one hand and websites on the other hand, that of course need to monetize through ads to keep the internet free. So what we are trying to establish is a new kind of advertisement on the internet, which we call acceptable ads. So we have created a list of rules for unobtrusive ads, and websites that comply with those rules, they can get unblocked, which means they're becoming part of the acceptable ads whitelist, and then in the default settings of Adblock Plus, those ads will not be blocked.
Right. The users can still opt to actually block all of them.
That's right. This is just another option for the user. If the user wants to support free content and they don't mind seeing some ads, then they can decide to leave the acceptable ads option activated, and then they will see some unobtrusive ads to make sure that content providers still have a way to monetize through advertisements.
Right. Not everyone in the advertising industry obviously wants to engage in a conversation with you. You get a lot of criticism from them for taking away some of the revenue that they've seen in the past few years because of the growing user base of your solution. So what do you want to say to them? Like, how can you change that fact that they don't want to have this conversation with you?
Well, I think it's important to realize that ad blocking is a phenomenon. There's just so much demand for users to turn off unwanted advertisements, and there's so many ad blocking solutions out there. We just happen to be one of the most popular ones. So users on the internet, they will always take control about how they consume content on the web. The very first browsers had an option to turn off images, for example. So users will always be in full control how they consume content, and I think advertisers just need to adapt to that and make content more attractive so that people will actually want to engage with that.
Right. Are users generally happy about the fact that you whitelist companies that pay you for being on this list?
It is of course very controversial, but I think it's important that we also help to educate people that ads actually are necessary for the online ecosystem. But we don't want to force anything on anyone, and everyone is entitled to their opinion. If you as a user decide you don't want to see any ads, that's fine. With just 2 clicks you can just turn off all the ads. But we would like to encourage users to use Adblock Plus responsibly and really make sure that they're not hurting content creators.
Right. Obviously, a lot of the browsing by users is shifting to mobile platforms. How are you handling that? Because on iOS, you're not accepted as an application, but you were also booted off the Google Play Store last year. So how do you see that as a problem, the fact that you're not as present on mobile platforms as you would like to be?
I think that's a risk, that the mobile platforms are really a closed ecosystem now, and I think there's an opportunity for others to create alternatives that are more open and provide more choice to the users, but users then still can use Adblock Plus on mobile as well. We have an Android app that can be side-loaded from our website adblockplus.org, and users can also install the mobile version of Firefox, which supports add-ons and also allows Adblock Plus.
Got it. Okay. Thank you very much for taking the time.
Thank you.